Looking for Your True Self, 4. Xiefeng, August 9th, 2012. Translated by Transin and edited by Care. The universe is the big stage for life. It exists for life. It is full of life. And it is full of vigor and vitality. The levels of life are in various poses and have different expressions from low levels to high ones, and both visible ones and invisible ones. All gradually unfold and perform on the big life stage of the universe, which constitutes the magnificent and colorful great universe. From an individual life to groups of many lives, all things are designed and arranged in strict proportions. Take people, for example. Everything in our bodies is designed in proportion, such as our numbers and sizes of eyes, bones, hands, and feet. The roles and lifespans of each life and each group of lives are designed and arranged based on proportions and needs. At the same time, each life group exists in a certain program and belongs to its own species. All life survives in certain programs and will have to enter other ones after they leave their current ones. For instance, the animal world is a life program, human society is another, and the celestial world is still another. When people depart from the human program, they will enter and run in the program of either the animal world or the celestial world. As long as one's role is fixed, as long as they run in a certain program, then none of their life is their true self because everything has been determined by the plot of a script. It is like shooting a TV series. Each actor must play a certain role according to the script plot. Even if you have some wiggle room, you will still have to follow the general script. The true self is completely free and is not subject to any outside control. If everything is done based on outside requirements rather than personal free will and is constrained by certain outside powers, then they are not the lives of true selves. In the universe, there is no total freedom except for that of the greatest creator. No life can enjoy total freedom. There are different degrees of freedom. The greater the degree of freedom is, the easier it is to find one's true self and live out their true self, and vice versa. Let us consider a pig and a human. Pigs have less freedom than humans and are subject to the restrictions and controls of humans, so pigs cannot live out their free wills. They live for humans and thus can never find their true selves. Humans have more freedom than pigs, so compared to pigs, humans can live out much more of themselves. Actually, humans in general who live in marriages with families have less freedom than those who live in the new oasis for life. The former live passively while the later are free from the shackles of marriage and family programs and free from many of the constraints of the 36-8 diagram arrays of life. Thus, they have more freedom and can live out more of their true selves. Lower life levels have less freedom and higher life levels have more freedom. For instance, each of the plant world, the animal world, the mortal world, and the celestial beings world have more freedom than the ones before them. It can be said that the worlds closest to hell have the least freedom, but those closest to heaven have the most. Therefore, one has to strive for the higher levels of life space. The highest level is heaven, and that is where true selves are. The more freedom there is, the easier it is to find one's true self. The less freedom, the less true self. In the entire universe from the material world to the non-material world, the most real place to find one's true life self is on the celestial islands continent of the Elysium world, because it is the place where life is free from all programs, is no longer playing a scenario role, and everything is self-decided. There is only the self. The designer, the arranger, the director, and the screenwriter are all the self. We can thus arrive at the conclusion that one can only find their true self in heaven. Pigs cannot find their true selves as pigs, and similarly humans cannot find their true selves as humans. The only absolute way to find one's true self is to become a super celestial being. How does one become a super celestial being? By following Tao and bringing oneness to Tao into the consciousness of the greatest creator to achieve self-consistency. This is how we find our true selves.